School years. Wishing on the Breeze is the first song I remember writing a melody, words and a chord progression for. The lyric is about finding myself alone after drifting apart from a couple of schoolmates I'd been close to. This live recording from 1985 was made at a charity concert in Saffron, Walden, a small market town in Essex, where I enjoyed the backing of a celebrated local group called Blind Mice. A few years older than me, the mice joined me on stage in Russian costumes for a one-off billing as Ivan and the Kossacks. I used to go and see Blind Mice whenever they played around Saffron Walden. They were great fun, full of energy and irreverent humour. Recently I came across some concert footage of the band at the Harlow Square from 1989. I left Essex in '87, so it was a joy to experience the energy and mayhem of a Blind Mice show again from the safety of my sofa.
It's not surprising you don't understand. It may seem now I can see it. He's out there fingering your best friend.
Whilst watching, I realised Bob Porter, former drummer of Harlow band the Sullivans, had gone on to become the drummer for Blind Mice. I joined the Sullivans as a second guitarist during my sixth form, and I remember Bob used to drive us to Harlow Mill for our weekly band practices.
Every day I hear you put the blame.
In July 1987, we and a host of other Harlow groups played a huge gig at Harlow Town Park, supporting Eddie and the Hot Rods and Ruby Turner. It was a nerve-wracking experience which I don't really remember much about. Another gig I played with the Sullivans that summer was opening for a band called The Shaman in Southend. The Shaman, later described by writer and musician Bob Stanley as psychedelic revivalists, must have been promoting their debut album Drop. It was evidently long before they became well known, as I don't remember a single soul being in the audience. Anyway, the two bands didn't hit it off, and the Sullivans left for the return drive to Harlow, whilst the headliners were still belting out the memorable anti-Thatcher lyrics, "She's shitting on Britain." I went to my first Glastonbury festival in 1987 after sitting A-level exams. Tickets cost £21. I caught the bus into London with a couple of mates from Saffron Walden, and from there we joined a coach convoy to the West Country. Festival highlights included That Petrol Emotion, New Order's headline slot, which featured a spectacular laser show, and Elvis Costello. After school, I took a year out, doing odd jobs whilst making music and artwork with a school friend called Patrick Bell. For several months I lived with Patrick's family in Saffron Walden, and we turned his bedroom into a studio for art and music making. 1987 to 88 was a year of playful creative experimentation that laid the grounds for future collaborations with Patrick.
I am a merle and I live in a hull. That's 6 feet wide but not deep enough. I hate the ground where the surface is so rough. I like it deeper where the roots sound so tough. Where I eat earwigs, millipedes, beetles and stuff.
Before that though, I had a course to start at Exeter University. I was the first person in my family to go to uni, and I was looking forward to spending 3 years studying English literature and fine art.